To Tough Skin Podcast. I mean, we are recording. Look, you're famous. We're just gonna start, you know. This is really cool. Record. This is more lively.
Some of these blue things.
We're literally ready to be live. Sit down, relax, get a cup of coffee.
Imagine. So that's where my love for cars turned into a business.
Brought you quote unquote tough skin.
That's up to each person. Art is in the eye of the beholder, right?
We met through a photo shoot. Last name is Guerra. You know, Guerra means war in English.
Tough skin, that's quite an interesting topic.
We're live on your Instagram, we're live on my YouTube channel, we're live on Tough Skin. Welcome back to Tough Skin. Hey guys, what's up? It's Abby. Welcome back to Vlogmas. So for today, I'm basically showing you guys a live version of me recording a podcast. I've been into this whole podcast trend lately and I want to show you guys how I record this podcast. So basically, I started a podcast called Tough Skin and I've been interviewing a lot of people and it's been so amazing that I get this opportunity to be able to interview people and to be able to talk to them about tough skin. Really want to record a podcast and I just want to talk about some things that you guys may or may not think about. So with that being said, I'm going to record Tough Skin podcast and we're going to be talking about the topic of traveling is not what it seems. So with that being said, let's get on to the video. Let's roll the intro clip, fade to black.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire.
So we are back and we're ready to vlogmas it up. Skinners, let me know if you guys want a name. How am I gonna record a podcast without the mic? Hello, Abby. I'm nervous. I haven't recorded a podcast in the longest time. I'm nervous. Okay. In 3, 2, 1. Hey guys, welcome back to Tough Skin Podcast. I'm your host, Abigail, and Abby, most of you guys know me as Abby, and basically today I am here as a solo podcaster today because I wanted to talk to you guys about something that really resonated. I can't even pronounce this. It meant a lot to me, basically. So this is a topic that really means a lot. And I wanted to record a YouTube video. So say hey guys. So I'm actually recording my YouTube videos. I'm actually recording it on my YouTube channel. So if you guys want to see my face while I'm recording this, say hey. I'm doing vlogmas, which is basically videos every single day on my YouTube channel. So if you guys want to see the live version, if you guys want to see the live video recorded version of this, make sure to check out my YouTube channel. I cannot speak right now. So without further ado, let's get into Tough Skin. So basically the topic that I'm going to be talking about is traveling isn't all that it seems. So many of you guys think that, man, Abby, traveling? I want to travel. I love traveling, and trust me fam, I've been traveling a lot and it was the best experience. Don't get me wrong, but I guess in a way I made it seem perfect on my Instagram, and I'll get to that in another video and another podcast. But traveling isn't all that it seems, and you may ask why? Why isn't it? Because I guess for me, traveling was a way for me to escape. It was a way for me to run after, because the thing is that I've never been in the world. I've never had a taste of like sex, drugs, money, whatever. Like I've never had that taste. But for me, traveling was that escape. It was that time to say, hey, you know what, like if God provides, then let me just go travel here, let me do this. My family book trips here, book there. Like I'll literally tell you guys my journey, and then I'll tell you guys how it brought me quote unquote tough skin. So basically how it started is that in January I Well, it was actually when my grandma passed away last June. That August, no, she passed away that July. That time in August, September, I booked a spontaneous trip. I never do this. I'm not a spontaneous person at all. I booked a trip to California, and that was like my home. And I went to Cali. I got that taste of traveling, of being independent, and it felt amazing. And in that moment, I thought that that was pure bliss. I thought it was pure happiness, and I was kind of running away from my problems, that everything at my household was really falling apart. And then it got to a point where I told myself, no, you know, traveling is my escape. So then fast forwarding to January of this year, 2018, I went to California, and I went with my co-disciple, and it was so much fun. We went for a weekend, and it was fun. And then in February, in February, I went to the Philippines for 3 weeks. I know, guys, 3 weeks, that's crazy. Can you believe that? 3 weeks, I went with my family, and I was here posting that, oh my God, it was amazing. I'm here in this island. I'm taking these planes everywhere. But in reality, I was depressed. I was constantly on my computer trying to edit videos for you guys and making up content, and I just wasn't happy. And yes, I was with my family. Yes, I was there, but I was eating way too much food. I was always doing something, and I never had that alone time. I was always with someone. So then, of course, when you're with people, drama comes in. So it was just a crazy thing. And then, kid you not, so I got back from the Philippines in February, the last week of February. A week later, guys, I went on a cruise for my best friend's graduation. Not my graduation, sorry, I'm graduating soon, but that's another story. I went on a cruise for my best friend's bachelorette party, and they planned this over a year ago, and so I was like, how could I say no? I'm the maid of honor. So I went. It was amazing, of course, but guys, I was exhausted. I was jet lagged from the Philippines, and my friends were trying to have so much fun, and all I wanted to do was fall asleep in the cabin and not talk to anyone. But I just had to put a smile on my face, and I vlogged it, and I was like, okay, just going through the motions kind of thing. So then in April, I went to Michigan. 2 weeks later, we had booked a trip to Michigan, and I told my family I didn't want to go. I was like, no, I don't want to go. I want to stay home. And then my family booked the trip, and then they're like, no, you're going. You have to go. We have to go. And I was like, okay. So I ended up going, and it was fun, but another time I just felt pressured, and it was just I was still going through a lot of depression, and I was going through this whole identity crisis where I was dyeing my hair so many times and traveling, escaping, and I would post on Instagram and be like, yeah, it's perfect, but in reality it wasn't. And I was like, okay. And then kid you not, the weekend after I came home from Michigan, that week I packed to go to Playlist Live Orlando. Oh my God, I feel overwhelmed like thinking about this. And I was like, okay, so I had fun. It was great. I met my YouTube pals, and it was great. But of course, again, you're surrounded by a lot of people, and you're the oldest one there. So there's just a lot of different characters and things like that. So I was dealing with that. And then for May, I was home. So I got to spend time with my best friend. And then June, I went on a cruise for a week, and I was like, oh my God. So at this point, your girl was vacationed out. And July, I was home. August, I went to Orlando for my sister because she moved. September, October, November, December, I got to be home because, so basically the reason why I did all this traveling was because I didn't go to school. I took a break from school because I was going to school a lot, and I knew I was graduating. So then this semester was my last semester, so I'm graduating. So sorry for the tangent. Okay, so let's get into the tea. Not really the tea, but I, like, during this time of August, September, October, November, I got the chance to really evaluate myself and get my life together. And yeah, so in those moments throughout the whole journey, right, I was traveling and it was amazing. But the thing is that I didn't feel satisfied, if that makes sense, because they always say in life, right, that in life you go through things, you have all these experiences, it's supposed to make you who you are. But for me, yes, I had all these experiences and now I look back and I'm like, wow, that was an amazing experience. But for me, I didn't feel satisfied. I didn't feel like something, I didn't feel that need, that want of acceptance. I felt that I left, you know, the girls that I mentor here, I left ministry, I left everything, and you know, people probably thought I was in sin or I was doing something bad, but I actually was just traveling and getting caught into situations where I couldn't say no. So then that's where boundaries come in. So Abigail, you're talking a lot and you're running through my ears and what is this Tough Skin podcast about? So this podcast is not about me complaining about traveling and getting all these experiences. Disclaimer, it is not. It is about me going through these experiences and traveling and finding myself. And because I got the opportunity to go to the Philippines, I found out that I love mission work. I found out that I love, you know, praying for kids. You know, in January, I went to California as an escape, and when I came back, I found out that Miami is my home, that I love California, and one day, hopefully, you know, if God allows it, I'll move there, but it's not my home. And I found out that Miami is the place where I'm called to be. You know, when I went to Michigan in April, I found out that I love life films and I love creating and going out of my comfort zone and producing content for big companies and learning the ins and out of the behind the scenes of all of this. And when I came home, how I got quote unquote tough skin is because I learned a lot about myself. I learned how to grow from traumatic situations that happened in my life. I learned how to be independent and how to not rely on other people, and I learned how to be a mature person. I got tough skin because through these situations, through these circumstances, yes, life seemed dandy on Instagram, seemed dandy everywhere, but in my heart, it just wasn't home. And it made me realize that I'm thankful for my home. I'm thankful to be stable here, and now I get the chance to share my experiences on these platforms and to be able to show you guys what I went through and to tell you guys how I got tough skin. So my traveling experience overall was not a bad thing at all, even though in the beginning I was like, oh my God, I went here, I did this, I did that. But it really wasn't bad. It's just, so I'll give you guys a little pinpoints of what it was. So basically, I already talked about my traveling, and number two, I made it seem perfect. I made traveling seem like the most perfect thing in the world. I would post on Instagram, I would post on my YouTube channel, okay, yes, I'm here, yes, I'm on a cruise, I'm in Michigan, living my best life, post this angle, that angle, but in reality, I was so overthinking about my weight. I was overthinking about the pictures, that every single picture I would take, it would be 1,000 poses, and oh, I had to take the video like this, or I had my uncle taking my photos, my sister, my mom, and they would get tired of it, and I had my camera around. I didn't fully enjoy the moment that I needed to. I was like, what is the best Instagram photo that I wanted to take? What is the best moment? And I just tried to make myself seem like this perfect person, but in reality, I was just a normal person like you listening, literally normal as I can get. And I just wasn't at my best. So number 3, even though I made it seem perfect, in reality, I went through a lot of depression. I was trying to find happiness in places and things, in material things, but you know, I believe it says in the word that, you know, I forgot what it was, but basically we're not supposed to like everything will pass, basically. Every want, every need, every desire, like everything we do is temporary. And in those moments that when you see it, it's actually not what you think it is, if that makes sense. So yeah. So I was happy, of course, at times, and it was happy, but and it was a blessed experience, but you're never fulfilled until you're fulfilling purpose and in other people. So until I felt like I was giving to other people and doing things, because for me traveling was great, but I was traveling for me. I was going to Playlist for me. I was going to Michigan for me and for my family and this and that, but I didn't feel fully satisfied. And I remember when I got home and I had my first discipleship with my disciples, shout out to you guys, I just felt so satisfied, and being able to take like their photos and be with them and to not think about myself for a moment and really think about them, that really made me feel fulfilled. It made me feel, you know, complete and with God, and until I got to encounter God. So yeah, so then traveling was a blast. However, number 4, I believe. So traveling was a blast, however, but when you're with people for a long time or insecure and people bring it out and you turn, ooh. So basically what I wrote here is that when I was traveling, it was a great time, but I would remember when I was in the Philippines, I was with my family literally 24/7, and by the end of the trip, we not hated each other, but we were just at a point where we're like, oh my God, please get away from me. But I really love my family and I love them so much, but it just got to a moment where you need your alone time, where you need your me time, and you need all of that to be together. So yeah, so basically that is what my traveling experience is, and I just wanted to talk to you guys about it and to really open up to you guys and to talk to you guys, you know. And I understand this isn't really like a tough skin interview, but I feel like it was a topic that, yes, I'm talking about it on my YouTube channel, but this is a topic that I wanted to talk to you guys on here because I feel that many of you guys that are looking for something to run away from, or whether it's traveling, whether it's your work, whether it's ministry, whether it's serving, whether it's your company, or whatever it may be, sometimes the moral of the story is sometimes we try to run away from so many things, and we use these platforms to portray that we're okay and that we just want to really talk about it. But in reality, it isn't what it seems, and the only thing that can truly fulfill you is God. You know, God is the only way to fulfill you. And through traveling, going through these experiences, becoming this person that I thought that I would never become, and kind of losing myself, but then I found myself back again and I picked myself back up. So there's a happy ending to this story of me getting tough skin. So I got up, I came back home in August, September, October, November, December. I was home, I was grinding, I was getting all these ideas from God about starting a podcast, about my YouTube channel, about life films, building businesses, whatever, being a mentor, doing all this stuff. And I just feel like I learned so much. I feel that I learned who I am as a person. I learned where I'm meant to be, and I learned that through this process, that even though life seems perfect on the other side, in reality, we don't know what the other person is going through, you know? So I'm here to encourage you guys and I'm here to tell you guys, you know, that you're loved, that no matter what you feel like you're escaping from, no matter what you feel, if you feel like something is taking you away from yourself, or you feel, you know, discouraged or whatever it is, you know, I want to tell you guys that you're loved, that you don't need to run away, that this is a platform where you can be open, where you can be free, where you can feel satisfied about yourself. And you know what? Look at yourself and be like, you know what? I'm loved, and I truly love myself, and I'm here. So without further ado, that is today's episode, and I just wanted to talk to you guys about my experience, and maybe it's not in the terms of the tough skin whatever, but you know, this podcast is something that God has put in my heart, where we can hear interviews, where we can hear people out, but also this is a place where we can talk about topics that not a lot of people talk about on their social media, you know. And even in my next episode, I want to talk about how Instagram isn't real life, so the ins and outs of it. And if you guys want to hear it, make sure to favorite this podcast on Spotify and iTunes. Give us a review. Let me know what you guys like, what you don't like, and if you guys want me to answer questions, maybe I'll go live and answer some of your questions, because it's just something that is really out of my comfort zone, of course, but I feel like I want to share with you guys my journey, my story, and to really, you know, showcase what God is doing in my life, and to really give you guys a new outlook with everything. So without further ado, make sure to follow Tough Skin Podcasts on Instagram. So it's toughskin_podcast on Instagram. We post videos and photos there, so make sure to check it out. It's pretty awesome, it's pretty lit, and it's really cool. And make sure to check out, if you guys want to see my face and you guys want to see this on video form, make sure to check out my YouTube channel and Instagram, which is youtube.com/abster7, ABSTERR7, and that's also the same thing for my Instagram. And then if you guys need a photographer in Miami, make sure to check out Life Films. So it's life underscore films, yes, on Instagram. So make sure to check that out, guys. And thank you so much for listening and really taking your time out of your day to listen to Tough Skin. Make sure to comment on the Tough Skin podcast what topics you guys want to hear about, whether if it's on an interview or whether it's a solo podcast like this. Let me know what topics you guys want to talk about. Let's be real, let's be raw, let's be transparent, and let's learn how to get tough skin together. So I will see you guys on the next Tough Skin Tuesday. Thank you guys so much for all the support and the love, and you have no idea what is coming in store for 2019. A lot of greatness is happening, and if you guys are watching on Vlogmas, make sure to subscribe down below. And yeah, so stay tuned for more content. And yeah, so I love you guys so much, and we will hear you guys on the next podcast. Bye guys, God bless you. Whew. Guys, we did it. I just feel renewed, relaxed, restored, and sorry I was slouching a lot. So if you guys like this podcast, this live version, maybe I won't edit it. If you guys like it, give it a big thumbs up, like and subscribe to my channel. Follow me on all social media, it'll be linked down below. And I love it. I love Tough Skin. This is my baby. My baby. Make sure to check out Tough Skin Podcast. It's linked down below, and you guys will not regret it. We have a bunch of interviews, stories, and a lot of great things coming to you guys. So without further ado, I love you guys, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for another video or vlog. Bye guys. God bless you.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire.